Shalom, and welcome to Israel Today. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel. I have to tell you that living in Israel is not much better than living anywhere else. You're probably thinking that I have to be kidding about making a statement like that because Israel is the apple of God's eye, and He watches her both day and night. While yes, this is true, and while yes, she may be called the Holy Land, she still needs to be brought back into alignment. Why do you think Israel spent 70 years in Babylon? Why did God always talk about Israel being wayward and sleeping with other nations? Why do you think that He had Hosea marry Gomer, a prostitute? He knew her thoughts and lifestyle, and I can tell you that it was not a heart after Him. Oh, and by the way, did Israel ever learn from all of that? Sadly but true, no. Every year the rabbis let the homosexual community march the streets of Jerusalem. Rabbis take the place of God and make decisions based on what the devil tells them to do rather than what God tells them to do. For example, in today's Jerusalem Post, and keep in mind I recorded this the day before, they reported Shah's rabbi promises afterlife to Lieberman if they join Haredim. Now let me explain what is being said here. Recently, we just went through an election with Netanyahu elected as the winner, but he has to get a minimum number of seats in order to stay in as prime minister. He does that by getting the different parties to join with him, similar to the United States. However, Lieberman does not want to work with Netanyahu because he feels very strongly that the Shah's party, or the ultra-Orthodox Haredim people, need to go into the military. So if Lieberman would just budge a little and overlook that, then the rabbis will grant him afterlife. Do you see how they are playing God? Who told them they have the authority to determine if someone can go to heaven or not? It is recorded by the great sages of this country that these exact same men who created these rules on how to control your destiny after you die are the same people that on their deathbed were not sure where they were going. Now keep in mind that these were written after the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. When I've witnessed to the religious, they cannot and do not deny the fact that on their deathbed, they will have that exact same uncertainty. Yet, when I tell them that I have assurance and know of others who on their deathbed have welcomed dying, they tell me no one knows for certain what will happen to them until after they die. Then, they proceed to tell me that I need to talk to or listen to what the rabbis have to say. I tell them I refuse to listen to them and only choose to listen to God Himself. Please know that I'm not being harsh or rude. My wife and I love Israel very much and would never leave here unless the Lord tells us to. Again, just like anywhere else, there are problems in this country. I chalk it all up to sins of the fathers. So pray not only for the peace of Jerusalem, but Israel as a whole. Pray that Israel have a true encounter with the Lord and accept Jesus as their one true Messiah, and not the beliefs of another individual. If you want to get in touch with us or get on our mailing list, visit branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel, and thank you so much for listening. Lehitrot, goodbye, or see you again.